Hello friends, welcome again. Today we will be discussing about 1st April 2018 and New IAS brings you the daily current affairs session for the prelims. So let's have a quick look. Kadaknath Chicken National Annual Rural Sanitation Survey NARS 2017-18. First underwater transport tunnel in India. Mega food park scheme. Insight NASA. The topic was covered last week. I had it in a question. Then last one is NITI Ayog Samavesh meeting. So hope all you are doing well in your prelims job, and all day by day you are getting many topics, and have a good linking of everything. Okay. So the first news is about Kadaknath Chicken. Kadaknath Chicken is by the time almost all the newspapers and channels have covered this news about a black chicken, a black feathered, black meated chicken. It even has a black colored egg. That is a peculiarity of it. Everything is black. Even the top flower is black color. So this is particular of Madhya Pradesh actually, and Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh were having a clash over gaining the ownership, gaining the GA tag of that, like we are producing it or whoever does that. So recently Madhya Pradesh have won that. They got the GA tag, geographical indication tag. That means they can now sell it on their own brand. Like this particular chicken, Kadaknath Chicken, is produced in an eastern part of Madhya Pradesh, which is a tribal area actually, exclusively a tribal area. And it gains momentum by that sort of a news where tribals are producing these kind of chickens. And health wise, it is very good actually, very low cholesterol and very high protein. That is the main thing. And many minerals are also present like calcium and phosphorus. So just have a fact of this. Madhya Pradesh has won the GA tag, geographical indication tag, for Kadaknath Chicken, and black feathered chicken, known for its flavorful meat. I told you, high protein content and less cholesterol content. That is a peculiarity. And the taste is also good as well as health wise. See, the experts say that it is good for pregnant women, especially pregnant women need much of a enhanced nutritional strategy for their gestational period. So again, these are the main thing. And Chhattisgarh was a competitor actually. They wanted its GI tag, but Madhya Pradesh has won this. So the takeaway from here, where it is produced, is it having a GI tag or not, and who gives GI tag? That is the main thing you have to know, and learn some of the criteria of that. I will try to cover in many in next sessions also. So now I am moving on to the next news. Okay. So next news is about National Annual Rural Sanitation Survey NARS 2017-18. Now we know many institutions, many organizations, including the NITI Ayog, are doing many sanitation surveys. We have seen the Swachhata Sarvekshan survey. So many surveys are being conducted. Now this particular NARS is conducted by a third-party research organization in collaboration with World Bank and Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. So sanitation, the term comes under this ministry. So that is where. So they are having a collaboration with World Bank as well as Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation. And the third-party agency who are doing this survey is Kantar Public Organization. So Kantar Public Organization with World Bank and MODWS. So what does this report say? That is what we want to see. See, they say that overall the results are improving. It is having an improving trend. We have seen many extreme conditions of this defecation and open defecation statuses given to me. There is a lot of disparity in states. Like many states are 100% ODF, where many states are less than 50%. So this result shows an overall improvement in this sanitation and all those cases. So let's have a look. They say that 77% of all rural households now have access to toilets. So last year and the year before that, we heard that not even 50% had this access to toilets. So this report shows that 77% of all the rural households in India are having access to toilets, and 93.4% of those who had access to toilet regularly use them. Now having access to toilet, that doesn't mean every time they use that. See, this is also one of the criteria of getting this ODF status. That means open defecation free status. That means if you have a toilet and you use it regularly, 100% use. So that is where you gain the ODF status. Otherwise, just having the toilet doesn't mean that you will get this ODF. Okay. So 93.4% of those who have access are using them regularly. Next one is the 68% of the households across the country are ODF. So this is a good news actually. We didn't have this much of, this much percentage of households. We didn't have that. 68 are ODF. Now, who all tops, who all are at the bottom? Kerala and Mizoram, known for their high HDI index and all those, health wise and sanitation wise both. Many of the northeastern states as well as southern states are doing are faring much, and the central India states like MP, UP, and Bihar are always they are at the bottom of the ranking. Now this is one of the most unfortunate thing of having this kind of a disparity. We should remove the gap between that. So for the time being, Kerala and Mizoram tops the list. They have 100% of the households ODF, open defecation free. Now Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, as usual, they are at the bottom of the rankings. Now this is, I told you, this is very unfortunate to have this kind of disparity. They use only 44% of households only use regular toilets. So that is the thing. Now I have told you who conducts this. So that is a factual thing. So again, moving on to the next. Please refer the criteria for giving ODF status. Who gives the status? What are the criteria to come into that particular area where ODF is given? So next topic is about underwater transport tunnel. Actually, this was in news last year also when the construction began of this underwater tunnel. Now, underwater tunnel can be two things: one for tourist things and other for transportation. Multimodal transportation. Now, this is related to Kolkata Metro. Now, Kolkata Metro, for the first time in India, they are making an underwater tunnel. Many parts of other countries are already having this underwater tunnel. Singapore and Dubai are examples for that. Now, India, for the first time, from under this Hooghly River, the most famous Howrah Bridge. So, under the Hooghly River, they are connecting this two banks. One is Howrah and Sialda, and another one is Kolkata. So, both the banks are connected by this underwater tunnel. Now, you have to remember the river and what all are the banks coming. Howrah and Kolkata are being connected actually. Now, 13 meters below the riverbed. That means, and 30 meter below the land. So, below the land again, riverbed is there. So, beneath the riverbed, 13 meters it is going deep. So, that is the peculiarity of this. And the giant tunnel boring machine used for this is named Rachna. Rachna is the giant tunnel boring machine that is used to create this tunnel. So, we need something like excavator kind of thing to have this tunnel made. In Konkan and all those railway, that was a very masterpiece achievement of this Indian Railway, E. Sridharan. He was a man who conducted all these tunnels. There are more than 100 tunnels in that Konkan region. When you cross this Goa, Karnataka through this western coast, this is one of the very good thing actually. So it is having a length of like 500 meters and depth, as I told, 13 meters below the riverbed. So have a quick glance at some of the maps of Kolkata, the city. You can have such kind of questions here. Next is about Mega Food Park Scheme. Now, even the recent budget, the 2018 Union budget have told, or they have highlighted this issue of this food processing. We have a very high amount of perishable goods, and many are, we don't have a proper cold storage facility for transporting this perishable goods from the farmlands to the markets. Now, markets are like thousands of kilometers away. Many states doesn't cultivate many things. So the places where they need, like for example, tomato is cultivated in a state called A. Now that is to be transported to a state B. Now the distance between A and B is like 2000 kilometers, because India is such a large, vast expanse of a land. So we need such kind of cold storage, technologies for storing in the godowns as well as cold storage during the transport of that particular perishable good. So, taking all these problems, constraints in a nutshell, in a comprehensive way, we have this agro-marine and marine processing, food processing policy. So, under this we have this Mega Food Park Scheme. Now, Mega Food Park Scheme is it's a very big area actually. Every state can have this. Like first one was made by Andhra Pradesh. Its name was Srini, and that was launched in 2012. Now again, after 6 to 7 years, we are gaining again momentum to have more food park scheme. Now what it is actually a comprehensive area, a comprehensive building facility where we have everything like starting from the farm area till it reaches the market and then to the households. So every the entire supply chain, that is what we call them, supply chain management. So entire, starting from the zero to the end, we should cater all the requirements to protect or to have these perishable goods and other goods in a protected environment. So that is where we have the collaboration of techniques, we have the collaboration of many parties whoever are there, we have the collaboration of researchers who can contribute new technologies and all those methods in this supply chain management. So that is what mega food park means. Now this particular news is because in Rajasthan the first one was opened, it was inaugurated, and as I told, the first in India was made in Andhra Pradesh. Its name is Srini, S-R-I-N-I, Srini. So now hub and spokes model is a model which on the basis of which this is constructed. Actually, hub means there will be hub. The hub is called a central processing center, CPC, and this hub will have spokes like the the rim of a tire. Our Ashoka Chakra is hub and spoke. We have a central hub, and then spokes will be going radially, so that every area, all the area is connected with a better food processing techniques. That is what this entire thing is about. And see, two things you have to remember. It's actually 50-50 share by state and central government in general areas like normal states, and the northeastern region and the hilly states like Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and all those hilly states plus this northeastern state will have 75% contribution from center and 25% from the corresponding state. And one thing you have to relate with this Sampada scheme, SAMPADA, Sampada scheme. It is an actually scheme for agro-marine processing, development authority. So Sampada was a new, it's a scheme under this. We have heard in the budget also, and before that. So relate this news with Sampada scheme and have a big news. Okay. So so that's all in this actually mega food park scheme. I'm moving on to the next one. The next topic is about InSight mission. InSight mission, as we have seen in one of the question actually I made that day, the NASA missions. The InSight mission is particularly for Mars. It's a lander actually, and the name actually, the full form of this is Interior Exploration Using Seismic Investigations, Geodesy and Heat Transport Mission. So that is the full form of InSight. We don't have to remember the name, but you have to remember one thing. After the Apollo mission, 1960s or 70s, after the Apollo mission, NASA is for the first time implementing this seismograph or a seismic device inside a spacecraft to detect the seismic activities of that planet. So we are going to conduct tests on seismic activities like earthquake and that kind of activities, volcanic activities in Mars. So that is why this gains importance. So InSight, the mission is for NASA. It's from NASA, and learn the full form of this. And this will be launched in next month, 5th of May, and it will reach the Mars in November 2018. So that is what. And see, one more thing you have to remember. This particular mission can learn about the formation of this surface of the Mars as well as interior of the Mars, the rocks, the soil present there, and it can even trace back the investigations to like the formation of the Mars, like how much it is, 4.5 billion years ago when the solar system was formed. So by this method we can also learn the the origin of Earth and other celestial parts in our solar system. It's a very good thing to have, and hope India will also launch something like mission after this Mangalyaan. It was just an image capturer. So hope we will also send some lander or a manned mission to Mars. Okay, so that is this with this news. Moving on to the next one. Next one is about NITI Ayog Samavesh. NITI Ayog Samavesh is a meeting of, it's an educational meeting in short. Actually, it's for the first time that 32 high-end premier educational and policy research institutions are gathering together with under the collaboration of NITI Ayog, and they will be discussing about the development strategies for coming years. We have this 15-year strategy, we have the 7-year strategy of NITI Ayog. After the planning commission was scrapped out, we formed this NITI Ayog, and they are having this three years action plan rather than 5-year plan. So that is especially to meet the sustainable development goals, and we have this national development agenda also. So in line with that, all the policy, the premier research institutes and educational institutes are gathering together to have a pathway how we will have development, what all should be the methodologies, how to have a sustainable development, and all in all inclusion of financial inclusion and other inclusion. So that is all about this news. Please have 2-3 sentences. That's all. Nothing much of a factual thing in this. So before ending, I'll just read out a question. Which of the following are the criteria for attaining ODF status? Now, ODF is open defecation free status. A household will be considered as a practicing open defecation unless all the members of that house use the toilet 100% of the time. So that means I told you every time means if doesn't mean having a toilet makes you ODF. No, you have to use it regularly. Second statement for communities. First one was for household. Second one for communities. ODF status is defined by no visible feces around or in the environment of the village, and also using a safe technology for the disposal of feces. So, which of the following statements are the correct one? Means what all forms the criteria of to get ODF status. Now, I think both the statement are correct, but you should refer this. Actually, it is there in the material and have a thorough knowledge and answer this. Okay. So, I am winding up here. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day.